Ever wondered how your friendly neighborhood money-sharing app, Venmo, figures into tax season? Specifically, how do you actually get a tax statement from them? If you're using Venmo to pay back a friend for pizza or split utilities, chances are you won't need to worry about a tax form. That's because those kinds of personal transactions aren't generally reportable. The need for a tax statement, most often the IRS Form 1099-K, comes up when you're using Venmo to receive payments for goods and services, essentially using it for business purposes. This is where Venmo is required to report those earnings to the IRS, and you need that statement to file your taxes correctly. Now, Venmo's reporting threshold has seen a bit of back and forth, but here's the key part. If your payments for goods and services meet the IRS mandated threshold for a given tax year, you will receive a 1099-K form. So, how do you get your hands on it? First, Venmo won't typically mail you a physical form unless you specifically opt in for paper delivery. They prefer the digital route. Your primary way to access it is through the Venmo website. Log into your account and look for the Statements and Taxes section, which is usually found under the Settings or Account menu. And there, you should find a link for tax documents or tax forms. If you qualified for a 1099-K, it will be available there for you to download, typically as a PDF. It's crucial to note two things. 1. The form will only be generated if you meet that reporting threshold we talked about. If you don't see one, and you're sure you met the criteria, double-check that your tax-related information, like your Social Security number or taxpayer ID, is correctly entered and verified in your Venmo account. If that information is missing or wrong, Venmo can't generate the form. 2. These forms are generally made available by January 31st for the previous tax year, so don't panic if it's earlier in the month and you don't see it yet. A pro tip, if you're running a small business or side hustle, make sure your Venmo profile is correctly categorized as a business profile to help keep your personal and commercial transactions clearly separate, making tax time much smoother. The bottom line is, for most personal users, no statement is necessary. For business users who meet the reporting threshold, the form will be waiting for you in the Statements and Taxes section of the Venmo website. With that said, thanks for watching and until next time.